So in this case, as the force is directed towards the origin, we will show the components Fx and Fy towards the origin. So this is your x component. So this is Fx, it is directed towards the origin. And the second component, that is the Fy, it is also directed towards the origin. So this is your Fy. Okay. So as x component, it is adjacent to this angle, that is 30 degree. So your Fx value will be cos, and Fy, it will become the opposite component. So we will take the Fy as a sine. So I will write here Fx is equal to f cos theta, and your Fy, it will become the f sine theta. Okay. Now we have to decide the direction, whether Fx is positive or negative and Fy is positive or negative. Okay. So if you observe the direction of this Fx component, then it is directed towards the positive x direction. So if I extend the line of action, so this is the line of action for the x component. So it is directed towards the positive x direction. So we have to consider Fx as a positive in the calculation. Similarly, your Fy value, if I extend the line of action, then Fy, it will be directed towards the negative y direction. So we have to take this Fy as a minus f sine theta. So this is minus f sine theta. Okay. So from this direction, it is clear that the actual force F, it is lying in the fourth quadrant. So we can extend this line of action of the original force like this. So this force, it will fall into the fourth quadrant. So I will show this force separately in the fourth quadrant. So actually the position given in the second quadrant, but it is directed towards the origin. So this was the original position given. So if we extend this line of action like this, then we can represent the same force in the fourth quadrant, which is directed away from the origin. Okay. Now this angle, it was given as a 30 degree. So this is the opposite angle. So it will be 30 degree. This is your positive x direction and this is your negative y direction. So now if you resolve this force, that is F is equal to 50 Newton, then we will get the same components Fx and Fy. So this will become your x component. So this is Fx and this will become your y component, that is the Fy. So Fx, it is the adjacent component. So Fx will be f cos theta and it is directed towards the positive x direction. So it is plus f cos theta. And Fy, it is directed towards the negative y direction. So it is minus f into sine theta. Okay. So I hope this is clear to you, force resolution in the second quadrant, where this force is directed towards the origin. That means actually the force is in the fourth quadrant. Okay. So when we resolve the force, we have to observe the direction of the force, whether it is directed towards the origin or it is directed away from the origin. Okay. Now consider the force in the third quadrant. But it is directed towards the origin. So this is your F. Suppose it is 50 Newton. This angle is 30 degree, that is theta. This is x-axis, this is your y-axis. So when we resolve the force, you can show the components here directly. So I will show the first component, Fx. This will be your y component. So this is Fy. Okay. So we can write Fx is equal to F cos theta. As x component, it's the adjacent component, and your Fy, it will become the F sin theta. This is the opposite component. Okay. Now we have to consider the direction. So observe the direction of the x component. So if you extend the line, the Fx will be directed towards the positive x direction. And if you extend the y component, then it is directed towards the positive y direction. So Fx is positive and your Fy is positive. Okay. The same figure we can also represent like this. So initially force is given here in the third quadrant, but it is directed towards the origin. So as you know, we can extend the force along the line of action. So this is the line of action. Okay. So we can represent that force in the first quadrant along the line of action. So this is the direction of the force. So this angle was given 30 degree. So this is the opposite angle. So this angle will be same. It is the 30 degree. So we can represent the components. This is your x component. That is the Fx. And this is your y component. So this is the Fy. Okay. So now you can write Fx as it is adjacent. So we can write it is F cos theta. And your Fy, it is the opposite component. So we will write this as a F sin theta. And both these components, Fx and Fy, directed towards positive x direction and the positive y direction. So in the calculation, we have to consider this as a positive. Okay. And the last case, which is the fourth quadrant. So this is the force. It is directed towards the origin. This angle is 30 degree. The value is F. So first we have to show the components. So this is the x component, but direction is towards the origin. So we have to show the arrow towards the origin for the x component. And similarly for the y component. So this is the component and direction is towards the origin. So this is your y component. Okay. So we can write Fx is equal to F cos theta and Fy, it is equal to F sin theta. Now observe the direction. Your Fx, it is towards the negative x direction. So we will consider this as a minus, and your F sin theta, that is the Fy, it is directed towards the positive y direction. So this is the positive. Okay. So we can represent this figure by extending this force in the second quadrant. Okay. So this was the initial force directed towards the origin. So we can extend the line of action in the second quadrant. We have to just extend the same force in the second quadrant. Okay. And then we can show this force here. The meaning is same. This is the F. This angle was theta, that is 30. So opposite angle, this was the 30. Now show the component. This is along x direction. Now here, direction must be in the same direction of the F. So this is the arrow direction for the x component. And this is your y component. So this arrow, it must be in the same direction of the F. So this is your Fy. Now component Fx is the adjacent component. So this is your F cos theta. This is the opposite component. So this is your F sin theta. Now observe the direction of Fx. It is towards the negative x direction. Therefore it is minus, and this is towards the positive y direction. So it is plus. Okay. So this is the complete force resolution. When the force is directed away from the origin and when the force is directed towards the. So now we will start with some basic problems on the force resolution. Okay, so this is the problem given. So there are different cases for the force, and for each case, starting from A to H, we have to resolve the force into horizontal and the vertical components. So meaning is horizontal component will be x component and vertical component it will be y component. So the first case, it is a very simple case. In the first case, the quadrant will be, in the example, the quadrant is not given. So we have to imagine that force as per the direction, whether it is in the first, second, third, or the fourth quadrant. Okay. So in the A figure, so in this figure, the direction of the force is given. It is 50 Newton. And this angle with respect to this horizontal line, it is 40 degree. Okay. So now we have to imagine this force whether it is in first quadrant, second quadrant, third, or the fourth quadrant. For that, draw the x and y axis. So we will consider the starting point as the origin, and with respect to this origin, construct x and y axis. So this is your x axis and this is your y axis. And now remaining procedure is same. Now we know that 50 Newton, it lies in the first quadrant. Okay. So it's x component. First draw the component. This is the x component, fx, and this will be your y component. So this is the fy. So fx value, it is equal to f cos theta, that is the adjacent, and fy value, it is equal to f sin theta. And as it is in the first quadrant, so both are directed towards the positive x and positive y direction. So it is plus and this is the plus. So you can find out the exact value. So I will put the value 50 cos 40, and this is 50 sin 40. So I will give you the answer. It is 50 38.30 Newton. And second 32. 0.14 Newton. Okay, so this is your answer. And direction of these components, this is towards the positive x and this is towards the positive y direction. So this arrow, it must be directed in the upward direction for the y component. Okay, now refer the second problem. For the second problem, this is the point of application. Okay, so consider this point as a point O. From the direction of the force 650 Newton, this is the magnitude. It is clear that this force, it is in the third quadrant. Okay, so you can construct x-axis and y-axis by referring this point O. So draw x-axis here. And from this point, draw the vertical line. So this will be your y-axis. So this axis that we draw here, it is just for your reference. Okay. And now show the components. So this is your x component and this is the y component. Now what is the value of the fx and the fy? So how you will decide whether x component is cos or x component is sine? So observe the angle. So for this 650 Newton, the angle which is 20 degree given, it is with respect to y-axis. So fy component, it will be the adjacent component to this 20 degree. And if the component is adjacent, it must be cos theta. Okay. So we will write fy as a f cos theta and fx, that is x component, it is the opposite to the 20 degree angle. So it will become the sine theta. So fx is equal to f sine theta. Okay. Now consider the direction. Fy, it is towards the negative y direction, and fx, it is towards the negative x direction. So fx is minus and fy will be minus. Now put the given values. F is given, that is equal to 650, and angle theta, it is equal to 20 degree. This is minus, and second minus 650 cos 20. So the answer is x component, it is minus 222.31 Newton, and y component is 610.8 Newton, and again this is minus. Okay. Now how to represent the direction of these forces? So from this sign, we already know that this is the negative x direction and this is the negative y direction. Okay. But the representation is 222.31 Newton in the negative x direction. So we have to indicate this arrow towards the negative x direction. And second, 610.8 Newton. This is the y component and it is negative. That means it must be directed in the negative y direction. Okay. So I hope this resolution is clear to you. Now consider this case C. Refer this. Now in this case, the angle is not given directly with respect to either x-axis or y-axis. Okay. So I will redraw this figure. So this is one horizontal line given. This is the force that is of 800 Newton. Okay. And one line which is at 45 degree. And this angle is given between these two lines, and this is equal to 10 degree. Okay. So can you find out the angle of the force with respect to x-axis? So observe here, this is the horizontal line. So we can consider this is x-axis. So we will treat this point as the origin. Okay. So this will become the x-axis, that is a negative x-axis. This is the starting point for the force. And this is the y-axis. Okay. Now force is given somewhere here. So this is your force F, that is 800 Newton. Okay. And one line it is given at an angle 45 degree with respect to another horizontal line. So this is the horizontal line which is parallel to this line, that is the x-axis, and this angle is 45 degree. And between these two lines angle is 10 degree. Okay. So as this is 45 degree, this will be 45 degree, this total angle. Okay, because this is the common line joining these two parallel lines. Okay, so this angle will be alternate angle. So you can refer here. This is one horizontal line. This is another horizontal line. And this is the line joining these two parallel lines. Okay, so this angle and this angle will be same. Okay, so as this is 45 degree, this total angle will be 45 degree. Okay, but we are interested in this angle. Okay, that is angle between x-axis and the force. So this angle, it is theta, and this will be, this total is 45 degree, as this is 45 degree minus this 10 degree. So it will become 35 degree. Okay, so I hope this is clear to you how to find out this angle, and angle is 35 degree. Now remaining procedure is very easy. Just resolve this force along x and y axis. So this is your force. This is x-axis. This is y-axis. This angle is 35 degree. So consider this is x component. So this is fx. Draw the y component here. So this is your fy. So fx, it is equal to f cos theta. So why we are taking cos? This angle is with respect to x-axis. So x will be adjacent. So fx is equal to f cos theta. And fy, it is equal to f sin theta. Now we have to decide the direction. Okay, fx is towards the negative x direction, so this is minus. Fy is towards the negative y direction, so this is minus. Okay, so you can put the value. F is equal to 800. This is 800 cos 35, and this is 800 sin 35, and both these answers, they are negative. Okay, so the exact answer is fx is 655 minus 655.32 Newton, and your Fy, it is 458 that is also minus 0.86 Newton. Okay. So this is the final answer, X component, and this is your Y component. So I hope this problem is clear. Okay. So now refer the next diagram, that is the D. Okay. And just give the answer. What is the angle of 20 kilonewton force with respect to X axis? Just refer this diagram. For this 20 kilonewton, it is perpendicular to this line. Okay. So this line is inclined with the x-axis or the horizontal by angle 60 degree. Okay. So this angle, which is 90 degree, it is not with respect to x-axis. So we have to find out the angle of this 20 kilonewton with respect to x-axis. So what is the answer? To find out the angle theta, you need to make one geometrical construction. That is, you extend this line of 20 kilonewton. Extend the line, that is line of action. So we will make one construction here so that you can understand how the angle is 30 degree. As this is perpendicular here to this inclined line, just extend this line of action such that this line, it will meet the x-axis. So right now this is your x-axis. Okay. So this is 90 degree. So this is 90. This angle is 60 degree. So this angle, it will become the 30 degree. 30, 60, 90. Okay. So we can show this force along the line of action at this point. So I will draw the figure again. So this angle is given 90 degree. This angle is 60 degree. So just extend this line such that it will meet the x-axis. Okay. Now consider this force at this point. So as the force is transmissible vector, that means along the line of action, we can show the force anywhere. Okay. So instead of this point, I am showing the force at this point. So this angle, right now it is 90. Sorry, this is 60. This is 90. So remaining angle is 30 degree. Okay. Now consider this as a origin and construct the y-axis. Otherwise, you can draw this figure by considering the force completely in the third quadrant. The meaning will remain same. So you can extend this line of action up to the third quadrant. Okay. So initially force was shown here. You can extend that force and you can show the force in the third quadrant. Okay. So this angle is 30. So this angle will be 30. And then you can show the components. This will be X component and this will be your Y component. The meaning is same. This is Fy and this is Fx. So Fx is towards the negative x-axis. Again in the second figure, Fx is towards the negative x direction. So component value is Fx is minus F is 20 cos because for 30 degree x is the adjacent. So cos angle is 30 and Fy it is minus 20 sine 30. Okay. So you can calculate the exact answer. So is it clear to you? Fourth problem. Now refer the fifth problem. That is the problem E. Refer this problem. And just tell me what is the angle of the 750 Newton with respect to x-axis. So what is the value of theta? You can take few seconds and just give me the answer. What is the value of theta?
-90 minus 20. 80.
Yes, can anyone answer the question? What is the value of theta for the problem E? Okay, I will give you the option. Is it 20? Is it 70? Or it is 110? Yes, angle is 70 degree. So I will show how it is 70 degree. So I will draw the figure. So in the figure, a circle is given. And the force 750 Newton, it is acting tangent to the circle. And the radius, it is perpendicular to the point of tangency. Okay, so this is 90 degree. So if I consider this point as a point M, consider this point P, okay, and consider this point O. So in the triangle OPM, this is 90 degree, okay. This angle of the radius with respect to horizontal line or line which is passing through the center of the circle, it is given as 20 degree, okay. So 90, 20, so remaining angle, it is 90 minus 20. So this will be 70 degree. That means angle of 750 Newton with respect to x-axis, it is nothing but the 70 degree. Okay. Now we have to resolve the force. So we will draw the x-axis here. Then draw the given force. That is 750. No need to draw this circle again. Okay. Just consider the point where this force, it meets the x-axis. Okay. So from this construct the y-axis. So this is your y-axis. This is the x-axis. And this is the angle of the force with respect to x-axis. That is the 70 degree. So right now this force is in third quadrant. Okay. And this angle, it is adjacent to the x-axis. So your x component fx, it will be 750 cos 70. Okay. And the direction is negative. So it is minus. Then fy, it is minus 750 sin 70. Okay. So the exact answer for the x and y component, the x component is minus 256.51 Newton, and y component is 704, that is 704.769 Newton. Okay. So this is your final answer, x component and the y component. So what is important? You must know what is the angle with respect to either x-axis or y-axis. Okay. And then how to construct x and y-axis for the force resolution. Then you can find out x and y values easily. Okay. So is it clear?